city breeze a little slower after dark. Amber lights are painting shadows in the park. My footsteps fall in rhythm with the avenue. Every corner holds a memory I once knew. The night air wraps around me like an old refrain. Jazz leaking through a doorway in the gentle rain. I let the music carry me from block to block. Time don't really matter when you lose the clock. Just keep on walking, let the city breathe. Feel the groove beneath your feet. Stars above the rooftops, cool and bright. I'm alright, just out here in the night. I'm alright, just out here in the night. Found a little diner glowing warm and low. Sat down with a coffee and a radio. The trumpet sang a song was distant yesterday. I hummed along and let my worries drift away. The waitress smiled and poured another cup. Said the night is young and you should soak it up. So I stayed a while and listened to the tune while the city swayed beneath the swollen Just keep on walking, let the city breathe. Feel the groove beneath your feet. Stars above the rooftops, cool and bright. I'm alright, just out here in the night. I'm alright, just out here in the night. Hours blend together like a watercolor haze. I've been chasing something simple through the maze. Not looking for a destination or a sign, just letting all the moments intertwine. The saxophonist is playing at the corner still. His melody is floating over every hill. I drop a knot and keep on moving down the lane. The night and I have found our comfortable refrain. Just keep on walking, let the city breathe. Beneath your feet, stars above the rooftops, cool and bright. I'm alright, just out here in the night. Out in the night, I'm alright. City alive, just let it roll. Just keep on walking, let the city breathe. I'm alright, I'm alright. The city hums a lullaby. I've never learned to sleep. Neon signs are bleeding red across the rainy street. My shadow trails behind me like a story half untold. The night is wearing velvet and the air is getting cold. I pass the corner where we used to share a cigarette. The smoke is long dissolved, but I can still feel your silhouette. A saxophone is crying from a window floor above. Just another midnight painted over shades of love. Neon haze, got me walking through these pain days. Every corner, every glowing sign feels like summer between yours and mine. Neon haze, let it fade. Wrap me up in the amber shade. The all-night dining spills a yellow warmth across the curb. I order black and sit beside the window undisturbed. A couple in the corner share a laugh, a stolen glance. I almost called your name when the radio began to dance. The waitress asked me nothing and I tip her extra well. She smells like she already knows the kind of night I felt. The coffee taste of Sunday mornings long before the drift, before the silence grew into a way too hard to live. the overpass where all the late night dreamers go. The skyline holds its breath, the lure soft and silver glow. We are the ones who wander when the world has gone to sleep, trading borrowed starlight for the promises we keep. I light a match and let it burn until it kissed my thumb. Remind myself that warmth exists before the numbness comes. Tomorrow I will find a reason, turn the corner right. But for now I'm letting neon lead me gently through the night. Neon haze, got me walking through these painted days. Every corner, every glow inside feels like somewhere between yours and mine. Neon haze, let it fade, wrap me up in the amber shade. Maybe I'm not lost, maybe this is where I belong, between the light and the dark, somewhere in the neon song.
Drops fall and the street exhales. The air is heavy with the clean that smells like everything that was too dry before has finally opened up its every pore. I sit beside the window, watch it drain. The silver river's running down the lane. The world looks washed and softer than it was, and I'm not sure I want it back, because after the rain the world feels new. Everything quiet, open, true. After the rain I find a way to see the light inside the gray. After the rain I breathe again and let the clean wash over me. A child outside is splashing with intention. No logic to her joy, I'm intervention. She doesn't know about the muddy edges. She only knows the water and its ledges. I remember being unbothered like that. Before I learned to worry, then I sat and watched and thought maybe some things survive the growing up, the way puddles stay alive. After the rain, the world feels new. Everything quiet, open, true. After the rain, I find a way to see the light inside the gray. After the rain, I breathe again and let the clean wash over me. I've been carrying some weather of my own. Some days the clouds would settle and I've grown, but every storm I've known has always ended, even when I thought the sky had rendered. So now I keep a little faith beside me, the kind that doesn't need the sun to guide me. Just trust that after every weight of falling, there's a quiet exhale worth recalling. After the rain the world feels new. Everything quiet, open, true. After the rain I find a way to see the light inside the gray. After the rain I breathe again and let the clean wash over me. Even purpose. Even the lightning found its surface, and now the sky is soft and open, and nothing that was lost is broken. Yeah. After the rain, the world feels new. Everything quiet, open, true. After the rain, I find a way to see the light inside the gray. After the rain, I breathe again and let the clean wash over me.
Softly as the day gets its start, light is spilling golden through the curtain lace. I take a sip and let it settle in its place. The neighborhood is waking up in gentle haste. No reason now to rush or let the moment waste. I pull my chair a little closer to the sun and let the morning tell me everything's begun. Morning in my window, slow and warm. Coffee in my hands, away from the storm. Let the world outside keep spinning its way. I'm savoring every breath of this quiet day. Every quiet day. The record player spins an old familiar sound. A voice from decades past that keeps me warm and grounded. I trace the rim of China with a fingertip and let the melody dissolve from sip to sip. Outside of Paris, sparrows trade a passing song. Inside I feel the morning where I belong. No agenda printed for this gentle dawn. Just presence and the beauty of moving on. Lonely in my window, slow and warm. Coffee in my hands, away from the storm. Let the world outside keep spinning its way. I'm savoring every breath of this quiet day. Every quiet day. Shifted slightly to a deeper gold. The second cup is richer and the morning's bold. I write a line or two inside a little book. Just observations from my favorite morning nook. The world can wait a moment while I find my place. No hurry in the stillness, just a quiet grace. I fold the moment gently like a letter kept. A morning worth remembering before I've slept. Morning in my window, slow and warm. Coffee in my hands, away from the storm. Let the world outside keep spinning its way. I'm savoring every breath of this quiet day. Every quiet day. Quiet days to change today. Nothing needs to be more. Just the light and the steam, and this moment worth living for. Morning in my window, slow and warm. Coffee in my hands, let the world outside keep spinning its way. I'm savoring every breath of this quiet day. Oh, this quiet day. Let it last a little longer. Moment in my window, slow and warm. Every day, every quiet day.
on the glass like a soft hi-hat kick. Steam from the cup, let the night feel crisp. Your name in my head like a sax line bends. I breathe in slow, let the moment suspend. Neon on the table, warm amber glow. City moving quiet in a downbeat flow. I do not chase it, I just let it be. You in the silence, keeping time with me. Stay a little, float in the blue. Hold that feeling, let it come through. We do not need words, just a groove. Stay a little, me and you. Pages in my pocket with the ink half dry. Things I never said, still I wonder why. You laugh in the air like a bright refractor. Turn my heavy thoughts into something softer. Sidewalk reflections doing slow ballet. Every little step got a secret to say. If the world gets loud, we can dim the scene. Find a small corner where the heart stays clean. Stay a little, float in the blue. Hold that feeling, let it come through. We do not need words, just a groove. Stay a little, me and you. I used to rush love like a train in rain. Now I let it linger like a sweet refrain. Your eyes say calm in a language clear. Pull my restless mind a little more near. No promises loud, no grand parade. Just gentle truth in the shade we make. If tomorrow changes the street we knew, tonight is enough when I sit with you. Stay a little, float in the blue. Hold that feeling, let it come through. We do not need words, just the groove. Stay a little, me and you. I let my guard fall, quiet and slow. You let the soft light start to show. No need to fix what the night reveals, just feel what it feels. Stay a little, yeah. Float in the blue, hold in the blue. Hold that feeling, let it come through. We do not need words, just the groove, Stay a little, me and you. Stay a little, let the room exhale, let the jazz light turn the pale to pale gold. Stay a little, hearts in tune. Stay a little, under the moon. Stay a little, stay a little.
I found your photograph inside a drawer I never closed. The corner bent, the color faded, soft like winter rose. Your eyes were looking somewhere past the frame, past everything. A moment frozen still inside that quiet imagining. I used to know the rhythm of your laugh by heart, the way you hummed the longest songs before they'd even start. The years have grown a patina of gold around the ache, and now the memory is gentler than the love it couldn't take. Velvet recall, soft and golden on the other side of all. What we were and what we let go lingers warm and low. Velvet recall, fade and glow. We walked a long way home on purpose just to stretch the night. You pointed out a consolation, getting half of it wrong, right? I didn't care because the stars weren't really what I saw. It was the way your hands were moving, soft without a flaw. We made our promises like paper boats we set to float, not knowing that the river had a current of its own. And I don't regret the letting go, just grieve the letting be. The way that everything was perfect in its brevity. Velvet cold. The drawer is open now and I'm not rushing to shut it tight. I pour a glass and let the evening settle into light. A candle on the table throws a warmth across the room, and I am dancing with your memory inside the bloom. Not grieving, just remembering the texture of the time, the way your voice would move inside a sentence like a rhyme. I think I finally understand what letting go can mean. It's not erasing, it's just framing what you hold between. Velvet recall, soft and golden on the other side of all. What we ran and what we let go lingers warm and low. Velvet recall, fade and glow. Thank you for the summer, thank you for the view. Velvet is the distance that I keep for you. Velvet recall, soft and golden on the other side of all. What we were and what we let go lingers warm and low. Velvet recall, fade and glow. Soft and golden, let it go. Warm and low, velvet slow.
The light comes through the curtain like it always takes its time. A lazy stripe of yellow across every crooked line. The coffee's almost ready and the street below is slow. Nobody's in a hurry and I like it even so. I sit beside the window with a cup between my hands. No plans to break the morning, no obligations, no demands. Just the sound of breathing, just a second stretching wide. Like Sunday is a country and I'm living well inside. Sunday still, with the day still. Everything is moving at its own sweet will. No rushing, no clock to chase. Just this slow and golden space. Sunday still, Sunday still. Let the morning linger, let the hours fill. I read this same page twice because I let my mind just roam. And nothing ever suffered from the wandering at home. The neighbor's dog is barking at a bird it'll never catch. And something in that comedy is perfect without a patch. A vinyl record spins and fills the kitchen with a haze of something old and beautiful from gentler, slower days. I hum along to half the words I never fully learned. Some songs are best appreciated softly under sun. Sunday still, Sunday still. Everything is moving at its own sweet will. No rushing, no clock to chase. Just this slow and golden space. Sunday still, Sunday still. Let the morning linger, let the hours fill. The afternoon slides in before I notice morning's gone. A second cup, a softer light, the day just carries on. I think about the things I have that don't require a list. The kind of quiet richness that can easily be missed. The ceiling and the floor, the weight of nothing on my chest. The luxury of stillness that I'm learning to invest. Not every day is easy, but this one is wearing grace. And I'm
like sunlight, slow and commonplace. Sunday still, Sunday still, everything is moving at its own sweet rhythm. No rush and no clock to chase, just this slow and golden space. Sunday still, Sunday still, let the morning linger, let the hours fill. This is the whole thing, just the quiet and the cup and the light it brings. Sunday still, Sunday still, everything is moving at its own sweet will. No rushing, no clock to chase, just this slow and golden space. Sunday still, Sunday still, let the morning linger, let the hours fill. Sunday still, Sunday still, let it breathe, let it be, let it feel. There's a version of me that works when the city goes to sleep. Notebooks spread across the floor and promises to keep. The candle burns a little lower than it did before, but I'm not done, I'm never on, I always want some more. They say the flowers only open when the time is right, and I've been planning everything I have into the night. Not sure if I will make it to the morning that I see, but every hour spent believing brings it closer back to me. Midnight bloom, petals opening inside the dark of the room. Growing slow but growing sure, something beautiful and pure. Midnight bloom, let it ride. Watch it open underneath the night skies. I took the longer road because the shortcuts never hold. The things that matter most are always harder to be told. I watched them celebrate while I was still beneath the soil, and told myself that roots need time before they earn the coil. My mother used to say that slow water carves a stone, and nothing worth arriving at was ever reached alone. I carry all the voices of the ones who held me up, through every moment empty and through every overflow cup. Midnight bloom, petals opening inside the dark of the room. Growing slow but growing sure, something beautiful and pure. Midnight bloom, let it rise. Watch it open underneath the night sky. Still a breath away from here, and all the doubt that filled me up is slowly turning clear. I think I understand now that the waiting is the work, and every night I showed up is a light beneath the murk. Not asking for the spotlight, just a window and a chance to let the thing inside me have its one and only dance. I'm not competing with the world, I'm only running mine, and somewhere past the midnight is a morning by design. Midnight bloom, petals opening inside the dark of the room. Growing slow but growing sure, something beautiful and pure. Midnight bloom, let it rise. Watch it open underneath the night sky. Keep going in the dark, let the roots go
postcards by the windowsill. The ink is fading and I guess I will. Your handwriting looked like a falling leaf, curved and gentle, full of disbelief. I brew my tea and watch the morning blur. Try to recall the color of your sweater, but memory works like watercolor paint. The longer time moves, the softer it gets. And you're a slow fade in my memory, a photograph left out in the sun. You're still beautiful but softly blurring, still the one that I keep coming from. You're a slow fade, slow fade, gentle and golden and gone. I passed your street today, I didn't stop, just slowed the pace enough to let it drop. A little weight I've been carrying somewhere between my ribs and what I wouldn't share. The leaves were gold like your October laughter. I smiled and kept on walking slightly after. Funny how a color on a Tuesday can pull a whole year back from the disaster. And you're a slow fade in my memory, a photograph left out in the sun. You're still beautiful but softly blurring, still the one that I keep coming from. You're a slow fade, slow fade, gentle and golden and gone. I think I'm finally learning how to let the beautiful things go without regret. You were a season and you had your purpose, and I was chained somewhere beneath the surface. So I won't press the rose between the pages or keep the ticket stubs from other ages. I'll just be grateful for the warm it gave me and let the slow fade do what slow fades do. And you're a slow fade in my memory, a photograph left out in the sun. You're still beautiful but softly blurring, still the one that I keep coming from. You're a slow fade, slow fade, gentle and golden and gone. Not every ending needs a reason, not every love becomes a lesson. Some things live best inside the fading, and that's a kind of grace. And you're a slow fade in my memory, a photograph left out in the sun. You're still beautiful but softly blurring, still the one that I keep coming from. You're a slow fade, slow fade, gentle and golden and gone. Still golden, still fading, still somehow making me whole.
City breeze, but no one's watching. Street lights bleed on the pavement, walking. Smoking jazz from a corner window. I just drift where the evening takes me. My shadow trails a step behind me. The night feels close, like it knows my name. Every alley holds a quiet secret. I let the wind decide my frame. I'm just drifting through the neon, nowhere left and nowhere going. Feel the city pull me easy, let the night just hold me slowly. I'm just drifting, yeah, I'm drifting through the neon, through the glow. Footsteps echo on the empty crossing. A lone saxophone is plays for no one. I stop and listen like I know the feeling of playing heart songs in the hollow. The melody curls like cigarette vapor. It finds a space between my breathing. And I wonder if the city loves you the way it loves the ones who are leaving. I'm just drifting through the neon, nowhere left and nowhere going. Feel the city pull me up and breathe it. I've been searching every lit up corner for a feeling that I can't quite name it. But tonight I let the search go quiet, let the rhythm of the street replace it. Found a bench beside a glowing fountain, and I sat there till the hour faded, warmed in full flame.
Through the neon, nowhere left and nowhere going. Feel the city, pull me easy. Let the night just hold me slowly. I'm just drifting, yeah, I'm drifting. Through the neon, through the glow.
And I don't need a destination, just the sound of something open. A little warmth, a little breathing, that's enough for now.
I'm just drifting through the neon, nowhere left and nowhere going. Feel the city, pull me easy. Let the night just hold me slowly. I'm just drifting, yeah, I'm drifting. Through the neon, through the glow.
Let the neon hold me softly. Let the night just take me home.
To the top when the evening started cooling down. Left the noise of every street below to settle in the ground. The skyline held its breath and let the purple take its place. And the air between us softened like a gentle warm embrace. You handed me a blanket and you leaned back on your hands. We didn't need an answer for the things life never plans. The city hummed its frequent sleeps below our dangling feet. And everything was perfectly and beautifully complete. Up on the rooftop, stars and you. Nothing left to prove, just the sky and the city view. Lost inside the groove, lost inside the groove. Lost inside the groove. You pointed out the constellations you could barely name. And I pretended all your guesses were exactly right the same. We laughed about the stories that the ancient people told, how they drew the pictures in the sky both young and old. A satellite moved slowly past the face of the full moon, and I thought about how every moment passes all too soon. But here above the traffic and the urgency below, we had all the time that mattered in the amber afterglow. Up on the rooftop, stars and you. Nothing to prove, just the sky and the city view. Lost inside the groove, lost inside the groove. Lost inside the groove. The playlist ran its course, but we were happy in the hush. No hurry in the quiet and no reason for a rush. You leaned your head against my shoulder somewhere past midnight, and all the city sparkled underneath the patient light. I memorized the moment like a photograph I keep, the kind of night too beautiful to let yourself to sleep. We whispered about everything and laughed about the small, and I think there was the finest kind of evening after all. Up on the rooftop, stars and you. Nothing left to prove, just the sky and the city view. Lost inside the groove, lost inside the groove. Nowhere else to be, just this rooftop, just you and me. Let the city glow and rot the evening from. Up on the rooftop, stars and you. Nothing left to prove, just the sky and the city view.
the shelves and in the corners of the mind. Old familiar stories left for someone else to find. The spine of every book has held a universe within. I run my fingers down the rows and wonder where to begin. The owner nods from somewhere past the candle's amber glow. A cat asleep beside the window, curled and moving slow. The world outside is volume, but this place is soft and still. And every page I turn gives me a quiet kind of thrill. Faded pages, gentle light, stories breathing through the night. Turn the page and lose the time. Every line a rhythmic rhyme, every line a rhythmic rhyme. Found a novel tucked behind the poetry and lore, handwritten in the margins by a reader gone before. Their words were small and careful, like a whisper to the ink. They underlined the places where the author made them think. I wonder what their life was like the afternoon they read. What music filled the room around the words inside their head. A stranger shared a moment through the years between the lines, and every shared connection quietly defined. Faded pages, gentle light, stories breathing through the night. Turn the page and lose the time. Every line a rhythmic rhyme, every line a rhythmic rhyme. I purchased something old and something bittersweet, a paperback with corners soft beneath the city heat. The owner wrapped it up inside a piece of brown, and I stepped out into the rhythm of the town. The book was in my pocket, but my mind was somewhere still, somewhere in the margins of that reader's windowsill. There are pencil marks and page turns kept inside my chest. A quiet conversation, something I'd call blessed. Faded pages, gentle light, stories breathing through the night. Turn the page and lose the time. Every line a rhythmic rhyme, every line a rhythmic rhyme. Between the lines we find the echoes left behind. A strange
the air is lighter than I expected. The city sprawls below like it's been collected into a mosaic of light and late intention. And I'm above it, finally free of tension. The moon is half but generous with silver. It coats a rooftop edge and makes it glitter. I brought a jacket and a quiet conscience, and let the night air be the only compass. Finally rooftop stars above me, nowhere pressing, nothing rushing me. Under the sky I finally see that all I needed was just to breathe. Up on the rooftop, cool and free. This is where I remember me. I left my phone downstairs inside the drawer. Didn't need the notifications anymore. Just needed space between myself and habit, the kind of space that makes you wanna have it. A woman on the floor below is singing something old and soft and slowly ringing. I lean against the railing and I listen, and let a melody remind me I'm living. Up on the rooftop, stars above me, nowhere pressing, nothing rushing me. Under the sky I finally see that all I needed was just to breathe. Up on the rooftop, cool and free. This is where I remember me. The city never sleeps, but I can borrow a little silence for tonight, not tomorrow. Just this hour with the moss and moonlight. Just this version of myself that's alright. I used to think that peace was something distant, found on far off shores or something different. But here I am, just 3 flights up and floating, and all the peace I need is in the knowing. Up on the rooftop, stars above me, nowhere pressing, nothing rushing me. Under the sky I finally see that all I needed was just to breathe. Up on the rooftop, cool and free. This is where I remember me. The stars don't care what you've been carrying, they just keep burning bright and unhurried. And I think that's the kind of love I'm learning, to shine without a reason for returning. Up on the rooftop, stars above me, nowhere pressing, nothing rushing me. Under the sky I finally see that all I needed was just to breathe. Up on the rooftop, cool and free. This is where I remember me. Stars above me, finally free. This is where I come to breathe.
Turn the copper on the avenue today. The corner shop has switched to serving cinnamon and chai. I put my collar up and let the cool wind be my guide. A season full of color moving slowly side by side. The pigeons found a puddle in the cracks between the stone. A gentleman in gray was reading something all alone. The afternoon is amber lit and unhurried and fine, and I belong to nothing but this temporary shrine.
Autumn takes its time with me, golden, slow and easy. Let the season change its mind. I've got no reason left to find, no reason left to find.
I found a record in a box outside a clothing store. Some artist with a velvet voice I hadn't heard before. I brought it home and dusted off the needle with a cloth, and let the sound of something lost spin its way along. The music filled the corners of the room with something old. A story from an autumn very different but as cold. I poured a glass and watched the steam climb up and disappear. Autumn and its melodies for closest this time of year.
Autumn takes its time with me, golden, slow and easy. Let the season change its mind.
up to walk before the darkness came. We talked about the ordinary in a way that felt the same. Familiar in a hurry like the seasons always do. When you don't need to explain yourself and neither does the view. We split a bag of something warm and sat beside the lake and watched the light dissolve and leave a shimmer in its wake. The kind of afternoon you never plan for but you get. The kind of moment that you hold a little longer yet.
Autumn takes its time with me. Golden, slow and easy. Let the season change its mind. I've got no reason left to find. No reason left to find. The leaves don't hurry when they fall. The light don't rush to say goodbye. And neither will I. Neither will I. Autumn takes its time with me. Time with me. Golden, slow and easy. Let the season change its mind. I've got no reason left to find.
Autumn, yeah, take your time with me.
Autumn takes its time with me. Golden, slow and easy.
No reason left to find.
No reason left to find. I wasn't looking when you walked into the ordinary day. You fit inside the afternoon the way a song will stay. Unhurried and unassuming, easy on the air. I noticed how you tilted toward the window just to stare. You were reading something carefully, your fingers on the page. I wanted to ask you everything but couldn't find the stage. So I just sat across the room and let the moment be. Something soft and slow beginning quietly in me. Sung with that, sung like that. The way you move is smooth and I can't take it back. Easy and warm, nothing to prove. Just falling gentle into something new. Soft like that, stay like that. I could get used to landing where you're at. We finally spoke over nothing at the counter's edge. A borrowed pen, a broken cup, a small and casual pledge. You laughed at something I said wrong and I was glad I slipped, because that became the thing I didn't know I missed. We walked out into evening like it hadn't been a plan, and somehow talking felt like breathing. Simple as it ran, the street lamps came on one by one, the way affection does. Before you know it, everything is warmer than it was. Soft like that, soft like that. The way you move is smooth and I can't take it back. Easy and warm, nothing to prove. Just falling gentle into something new. Soft like that, stay like that. I could get used to landing where you're. We don't define what this is, and I find I'm fine with that. Like a room where everything already knows where it's at. Something feels exactly right and staying slightly strange. I'll leave your messages unread. Sometimes just to sit with the feeling of anticipation, savoring it. And when we finally speak again, the world relaxes into place. I close my eyes and breathe it in, the warmth along my face. I'm learning what it means to let things grow at their own pace. Soft like that, soft like that. The way you move is smooth and I can't take it back. Easy and warm, nothing to prove, just falling gently into something new. Soft like that, stay like that. I could get used to landing where you're at. Don't rush it, just let it breathe. You're the kind of thing worth taking slow to keep.
Rising from the mug on the table, morning light cuts through the blinds at an angle. No rush today, just the sound of the kettle, and everything simple feels incredibly stable. I pour the cup with a deliberate slowness and watch the swirl like it's showing me something. Outside the world hasn't started its engine, but in this kitchen I've already won it. This is my morning, mine alone, the quiet before the world comes home. A little warmth, a little steam, the simplest life still holds a dream. This is my morning, breathing slow, letting the easy feelings flow. I read a page from a book I've had for years, the kind of prose that slows your pulse and clears the noise you didn't know was sitting heavy. Before the morning light said you were ready, the sparrows argue on a window ledge, and I appreciate their little wedge. Even in the small and unannounced, there's something worth the noticing. I found this is my morning, mine alone, the quiet before the world comes home. A little warmth, a little steam, the simplest life still holds a dream. This is my morning, breathing slow, letting the easy feelings flow. I used to spend my mornings chasing something, never quite sure what my hurry was becoming. But now I let the coffee do the talking, and let the morning light be worth the walking. There's a version of me that was always restless. Now I find the stillness rather precious. And if the day decides to bring its trouble, at least I started soft inside this bubble. This is my morning, mine alone, the quiet before the world comes home. A little warmth, a little steam, the simplest life still holds a dream. This is my morning, breathing slow, letting the easy feelings flow. Sometimes the greatest thing you give yourself is just a moment on the quiet shelf. Before the world demands a share of you, you get to just exist, and that'll do. This is my morning, mine alone, the quiet before the world comes home. A little warmth, a little
steam. The simplest life still holds a dream. This is my